Again, you're coming back to TV without any like qualms.
Yeah.
Do you feel that some actors fail to give that respect to the medium?
Understand this very clearly that popularity and stardom are two very different things. Being popular is another and being a star means कि आपकी टिकटें बिकती हैं.
Yeah.
आप डिसाइड कर लो कि आपको पैसे कमाने हैं. Stardom, I love the part. You know, I get my cars from there, I get my houses from there. Yes, but that's not my priority. ये यार मेरा एक जिंदगी में वो है कि अगर आपने कुछ नहीं किया है तो मुझे आके मत सिखाओ. अनिल सर के घर में जाओ ना तो वहाँ पे जो आईफाज पड़े होते हैं और जो नेशनल अवार्ड्स पड़े होते हैं और जो इंटरनेशनल अवार्ड्स पड़े होते हैं तो वो बंदा आके मुझे कुछ बोलता है ना कि करण यार तूने ये शॉट दिया ना, यू आर द ओनली वन हु टुक लाइटिंग, हाउ डिड यू डू दैट. साले तुम टीवी वाले ना बहुत खतरनाक होते हो.
कभी इश्क में घायल हुए हो?
कितनी बार.
Like she has been playing Nagin for a year.
A year, absolutely.
Yeah? And now you are getting into that monsterverse. What if you go up against her in that animal monsterverse?
Well,
Who do you think is gonna win?
The ladies always win. The Naagin and Bhediya are going against each other every day post backup. If I'm good in a relationship today, it's because I have learned how to be bad in a relationship. That I will not do something like that again. तो Big Boss के बाद जितनी hate मिली है, मैं तो ऊपर ही जा रहा हूँ यार. आप जाइए, आप गूगल कीजिए कि करण कुंद्रा ने क्या क्या उखाड़ा है इस साल में. एंड आई हैव बीन लाइक जितनी ज़्यादा हेट मिलती है मैंने नोटिस किया मेरा बैंक बैलेंस बढ़ता रहता है. इफ यू गाइस आर गेटिंग अ लॉट ऑफ हेट, check your bank balance. It must be going up.
Well, monsterverse is the go-to thing, whether it's in Bollywood or on television. And today we have somebody who's jumping onto the bandwagon with a show called Tere Ishq Mein Ghayal. Karan Kundrra joins me for a conversation only on Bollywood Bubble. Hello, welcome again. Welcome back
Thank you.
to Bubble.
Thank you.
First of all, I want to ask you that, you know, there's this trend, okay, now, and it's working. I'm calling it a trend. It's a good trend. Because whether it's in Bollywood or it's on TV, that world has collided. Content has become the king.
Correct.
And everybody's trying out new things. When Nagin came out, people thought that अरे कौन देखेगा. मेरे खुद के दोस्त बोल रहे थे कि कौन देखेगा, but it's still the most watched show.
Yeah, it's the longest running season.
Absolutely.
Today has been a year of Nagin. I think this season Nagin 6 has is the longest running Nagin season. So it's only going up.
When this show came to you, what was your first reaction?
It was how will I do it? The first, because at the end of the day, we are bound by telecast. So my first reaction was, then Yash sir was like, Yash Patnaik, Beyond Dreams. He was like, "Tu aake ek baar sun le." And then I went to the office. Mamta ma'am, who's also the producer of Beyond Dreams, and she narrated upar se the idea, and I just fell in love with Veer gradually. And then I started thinking about, you know, okay, you know, when you're hearing a narration, no matter what, even if you don't, you hear a lot of scripts.
Yeah.
But the idea is that when you are narrated a script, you imagine yourself, you know, and I started imagining myself saying those dialogues, and it kind of stuck with me. So I think I did the show for the character.
Karan, do you feel that in today's times, like we've grown up in the times when TV boom was just happening, you know.
Yes.
From Hum Paanch, we seriously went into the Saas Bahu, and then it took over. Like everybody was watching Saas Bahu every day. In my own house, there were 7-8 shows that my mother used to watch back to back, and we were not allowed to touch the remote while we were growing up. Yeah. So from there, we have again kind of evolved into a zone where there is drama, where there are daily soaps, but there's also this, which is a kind of content where TV is also trying to become magnetic, and the magnum opus is on TV. This is one of them. Do you feel that there's been a shift in that zone?
To be honest, no matter how big we think you know, films have become, no matter how big we think OTT has become, viewership counts are not even close to TV.
Absolutely.
Right? And so the reach is absolutely mad. The amount of shows that industry-wise, I'm a you know, economist, so the scale, you don't talk about it, but it's there, you know. So I think after COVID, a lot of things have changed. A lot of people who were specifically television viewers, because there was no new content, and you know, they sort of were forced to move on for, you know, घर पे बैठे हैं, कुछ काम नहीं है तो TV खत्म हो गए, सब देख चुके हैं, तो now they went on to OTT.
Yeah.
And then they got the hang of it, which is good for us. Why? Because there was a time when we wanted to do something different. We were like, TV पे कौन देखेगा? Now we come and do a show like Tere Ishq Mein Ghayal, and they're like, ये TV पे अब लोग देखेंगे. अब लोग देखेंगे. That's the cue right there. So fingers are crossed. You never know what's gonna happen, but if you've seen the promos and everything, still, I would say that television culture is different,
Yeah.
and we still have to
Absolutely.
maintain that.
Sorry.
We still have to maintain that. एक line होती है जो आप television पे कभी cross नहीं कर सकते. That is still there. Yeah.
I want to ask you this when you speak about television and television actors. You know, I've met so many, like you said, the reach on TV is unimaginable.
Mhm.
There are times, I'm saying this from a journalistic point of view, where we've done shows with TV actors and we've done the same show ka episode with Bollywood actors, and everybody watching out there will testify that the TV has predominantly gotten better numbers.
Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah.
still people look down upon it. I know of people who feel like TV is like secondary. There are actors who have transitioned from TV to films. You know, very recently there was this whole commotion where Radhika Madan said something that she doesn't, where she said something which was disrespectful towards the medium she started with, which is TV.
What
and
did
then
she
there
say?
And then there were actors, I actually can't phrase it completely, but I remember that Shantini Ghosh came and she also spoke about Divyanka Tripathi. These are people, Arjun Bijlani. They're all people who came out and said how they were so proud of
Yeah.
belonging to TV.
Yeah.
You have been a person who's dabbled between genres. You've done OTT, you've done, you've done TV, you've done films also. You're coming back to TV without any like qualms.
Yeah.
Do you feel that some actors fail to give that respect to the medium?
It depends on the outlook. So what happens is when coming back to what you said before, sometimes you put up videos with the film stars, and the reach does not get there. And sometimes you would put up a video with a television actor who's done a big reality show,
Yeah.
and you will get the numbers. Now understand this very clearly, that popularity and stardom are two very different things. Being popular is another,
Yeah.
and being a star means कि आपकी टिकटें बिकती हैं.
Yeah.
Right? There are so many serious actors that I have the fortune. I've been fortunate that I know them personally. They're not even on social media. And if they put a post, it'll reach 1 lakh, likes and anything. But their films, they cross 40 crores, 50 crores. That's stardom right there, right?
Absolutely.
अगर OTT पे आपका कोई शो आता है, अब तो numbers आते हैं कि ये
कितने
शो आया,
views,
कितने subscriptions आए,
कितने subscriptions,
how many
कितने million
people
hours.
bought the subscription to watch your show, how many people came back to watch your show. So yeah, so see again, till the time we don't do our own distinctions, we will be always running around ki TV better hai, OTT better hai, film better hai. Being an actor is more important, right? So I don't know who said what, and I don't know. I started my career with television. I am I found Big Boss to be another push to where I am.
It's been a game changer.
It's been a game changer. I'm doing Tere Ishq Mein Ghayal. You will see why I would choose to do Tere Ishq Mein Ghayal. So हम लोग जो एक्टर्स हैं, आर्टिस्ट हैं, हमें ये डिस्टिंक्शन हटानी होगी. I don't get cast in a film or a TV show on the basis of popularity. I am cast on the basis of what I bring on to the table.
Yeah.
The moment you do that, you see the world change around you.
At the same time, when you say this, when a show like this comes up and you're doing it, if you read the responses, some of them, of course, were you expecting it to be like both ways? It has both extremes.
Yeah.
Like some people are actually comparing it to Twilight as well.
Yes.
And then they're questioning whether you will be able to live up to it. And it has still not started.
Yeah.
Did you always expect this kind of a reaction where, again, there's a section who's saying and who's respecting the fact that TV has attempted to bring something this mammoth and big on.
But why are we celebrating all this? See, this is what happens when you make a statement like this, कि wow, television has attempted. No. Listen, 90s में television ही था.
Absolutely.
Right? इस इंडस्ट्री में अगर 2 लाख लोग हैं ना, तो उसमें से 1,70,000 लोगों के घर टेलीविजन से ही चल रहे हैं. And then like you said कि सायंतिनी ने बोला, अर्जुन ने बोला, मैं बोलता हूँ, we're all very proud television people. I'll give you an example. I was working with Anis Badmi. On Mubarka, and there was Ratna Patak Shah ma'am, there was Anil Kapoor sir over there was Rahul Dev sir, of course there was Arjun, Athya, Ilyana, a lot of people, Pawan Malhotra sir, and these guys are massive. you cannot compare talents with a Pawan Malhotra and an Anil Kapoor, and the way they treated me was with a very different outlook, because ये यार मेरा एक जिंदगी में वो है कि अगर आपने कुछ नहीं किया है तो मुझे आके मत सिखाओ, क्योंकि जिन लोगों से मुझे सीखना है उन्होंने मेरे को बहुत सही सही चीज़ें सिखाई हैं, इसलिए मैं इतना चिल बैठा होता हूँ ना कि ये नॉइजेस चलती रहती हैं आसपास. You think they don't face all of this? They do, but they've made it. You know, अनिल सर के घर में जाओ ना तो वहाँ पे जो आईफाज पड़े होते हैं और जो नेशनल अवार्ड्स पड़े होते हैं और जो इंटरनेशनल अवार्ड्स पड़े होते हैं, तो वो बंदा आके मुझे कुछ बोलता है ना कि करण यार तूने ये शॉट दिया ना, यू आर द ओनली वन हु टुक लाइटिंग, हाउ डिड यू डू दैट? साले तुम टीवी वाले ना बहुत खतरनाक होते हो. मेरा ये मेरी लेगेसी है. I don't need to listen to all these people, because then Anil Kapoor has come up and said ki bro, because you've done television, you know my lines, you know your lines, you know your continuity, you know everybody's continuity, and you can take the light and you will always be on camera, because आपको सिखाया नहीं जाता, आपको करना पड़ता है. So everybody else who keeps, you know, this question, this dilemma, this has to go. Yeah.
You spoke about that so beautifully, but at the same time, when you just entered, you came from nowhere, right? You didn't have anybody to piggyback on. Honestly, even after doing TV, when
I'm still
films,
nowhere. I still don't have anybody.
No, I was coming to that. Even when you did films, you didn't really have like somebody to just launch you. And you're talking about a film which is very close to me, because it is my mentor's husband's film, which is Ashwin sir's film.
Oh!
Sir, yeah.
Oh, so you, all right,
Sarita
okay. Yes, of course.
And so yeah, and that's a lovely film again.
Yes.
It's such an entertaining.
So why do you
film.
think they cast me in that film?
Exactly. So that's what I was coming to, that despite not having anybody, it becomes very increasingly difficult to prove yourself, and it also is very important that you prove yourself with everything you do. Otherwise, you never know when those offers will dry up. I'll be very honest.
The people that I look up to, there are some youngsters in them, younger than I am. They are not set about to prove themselves. And when I say I'm fortunate enough to know them, is because of all of these. When I speak with them, when I converse with them, they're not trying to prove themselves. And I'm like, yaar, ye sahi hai. Do you get it? The people who have not made it are out there to prove themselves. This is an art. Okay? आप decide कर लो कि आपको पैसे कमाने हैं, stardom. I love the part. You know, I get my cars from there, I get my houses from there. Yes, but that's not my priority. And it shouldn't be. You know, my dad had taught me one thing, that focus on your talent, focus on your skill set. And fame, money, everything will come running towards you. So, I've realized कि ये proving a point, किसको prove करना? Are they paying your bills? No. There are always going to be people who love you. There are always going to be people who hate you. You do your work. If you're good at it, people who hate you will be forced to buy a ticket for somebody. किसी की गर्लफ्रेंड तो बोलेगी एक बंदे को जो मुझे नफरत करता है कि मुझे करण की पिक्चर देखनी है, मेरे को लेके जा. आई एम टेलिंग यू.
कभी इश्क में घायल हुए हो?
कितनी बार? अभी सलमान भाई ने भी बिग बॉस में आते ही यू नो, सो आई थिंक इश्क का मतलब ही मुझे अब समझ में आया. नाउ दैट आई एम इन दिस रिलेशनशिप. सो और अब इश्क में अगर अब ये कंट्रोवर्सी कर देगा तो मुझे पता है, बट
नहीं करूँगा.
अगर आपका प्यार, when I say if your partner is if partner is the right partner, आप इसमें घायल हो ही नहीं सकते. It's that simple. और हम इतना कॉम्प्लिकेट करके रखते हैं जिंदगियों को. बस it should be very simple. That's how my love life is.
How did you deal? That's what I was coming to. I know that you're not Ishq Mein Ghayal when it comes to Tejasswi.
Not at all.
But like everybody has relationships which sometimes don't work for whatever reasons.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
You learn and you unlearn from it. What are the things that you've learned and unlearned from your previous relationships, and how have you dealt with the heartbreak?
I have learned to respect my past relationships. I don't know how people deal with it. Whatever I am today is a sum total of all my experiences. If I'm good in a relationship today, it's because I have learned how to be bad in a relationship, that I will not do something like that again. You know, it's all about learning, experiencing, evolving. I have utmost respect for everything. Aaj, I sometimes give a take, and I am reminded of something from my life, and I'm like, wow, man. Because 5 years ago I wouldn't have thought about this while giving this take. So अभी तेरे इश्क में घायल में हम लोग I'm a Bhediya in that show, right? And
Yeah.
I'm a badass kind of a guy, and sarcasm comes really naturally to me. But Veer's character is something like that, and you know, बहुत सारा deja vu हो रहा था मेरे साथ life पे, and I'm like, have they cast me because they know I'm like this, or is it because I don't know? I think it's perfect, yeah.
No, but how do you deal with it? How does Karan Kundrra deal with heartbreak? Because when you're in it, you're in it. And when you're in it, you feel that this is gonna be the end game, right? This is all. It's always the plan.
नहीं पता तो होता ही है. You know, you do, you know, when you're everybody. I mean, I'm sure you've been in a relationship where you've known कि this is gonna last, or it's a maybe, or कि नहीं, I don't think so. You know, because it's a continuous process of knowing each other, spending time with each other. भैया आपने पूरी जिंदगी काटनी है. You know, and the result of your entire life, you're gonna share your entire life with this person. Your future, your legacy is with this person. So, but yeah, I don't. So when it comes, every heartbreak has had a different way of dealing, because I have been at a different age and a different maturity level, less clarity, more clarity. Yeah.
Do you feel you are your best version when in love with Tejasswi?
Definitely, and that's because she brings out my best version. She brings out my worst as well. I've told her. I said, you can bring out the best and the worst in me. I said, and she's like, that's love. I'm like, yeah, maybe she's right. Maybe she's right. Yeah, she really pushes me, you know, work-wise, as a human being, as a son, as a boyfriend, as a brother, as a friend. So it's a joyride, yeah. And then, you know, there's people who come into your life and they compel you, like Veer compels people in Bhediya, but they have the you know, they have the power and the guts to question your ways, you know. And it's not easy to teach an old dog new tricks, but if it's for the better and if the person is worth it, you will change yourself.
Yeah. But at the same time, you know, of course, you know that you have always said this, that this is the relationship that I'm the best at. I'm my best at. Is there a first of all, is there a possible collaboration that happens between the Naagin and maybe the Bhediya? You know,
is it possible? Yeah. Bhediyan. We've already termed it as. I mean, not me. I mean, the fans have. But yeah, man, why not?
But have you guys discussed it at home? When, like, she has been playing Naagin for a year.
A year, absolutely.
Yeah. And now you are getting into that monsterverse.
Yes.
And whenever there are these kind of universes created, especially in films, they all collide. Mm-hmm. So is there a plan? How will it be? What if you go up against her in that animal monsterverse?
Well,
who do you think is gonna win?
The ladies always win. because okay, so the Naagin and Bhediya are going against each other every day post pack-up. So yeah.
Why?
Why? Because we're lovers.
But at this
समझा नहीं ना?
नहीं I understood.
नहीं तो नहीं समझा.
That you guys.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You told me last time that the little things that you fight on are the toothpaste and the toothbrush and everything. Has it escalated to different reasons of fighting?
Yeah, definitely. We are as normal as anybody. We are as normal as you know, kids in college. We're as normal as you know, my sister and brother-in-law. They're probably now 50.
Yeah.
My sister's gonna kill me, but they're also fighting the same way. But the fact is that they're together.
When you fight, you are in love. I believe that.
I
believe that in every relationship.
हाँ नहीं तो फिर see it's very simple. If I'm getting bothered by you, that means you're important. The day you stop getting, I mean, stop reacting or, you know, getting bothered by all of these things, फिर तो मजा ही नहीं ना life में. Yeah.
You know, when you stop getting bothered, when you say that, you have seen the worst of comments. Sometimes when I see some of the comments, you know, thrown at you.
Yeah.
Especially I remember one time when you reacted. And especially, you know, sometimes, I don't know how, but you have Tejaran fans who support both you and Tejasswi. Then there are Karan Kundrra fans and there are Tejasswi fans. This is exactly how it used to happen with Siddharth and Shehnaz we've seen. Sometimes there would be some fans of Tejasswi sometimes, if they don't like you, this is some of the meanest things. Sometimes I have read one comment where they compared you to Siddharth and said that, you know, whatever. I remember that. I know as a person they're not important enough to bother you.
Uh-huh.
But when is it that it really crosses the line?
No, I mean, first of all, I think I'll be very glad that they compared me with Siddharth. And
But in a
everybody
very
else.
bad way.
Oh, okay.
You remember that?
Same. Even अगर यही bad way में, first of all, I respect.
No, they wished
Siddharth.
very
हाँ,
badly
मतलब-
on you. So that's
See, to
not
be
something
honest,
cool.
I'll tell you, there are a lot of people out there, and the reason for them to see again, if somebody loves me a lot, and then there's somebody who loves Teju a lot, or for that matter, any other actor, and if somebody goes and pokes them, then they are very defensive. So now, if somebody is abusing the shit out of me, मेरे दिमाग में यही चल रहा होता है कि यार अच्छा ये तेजू से बहुत प्यार करती है या करता है और वो अपना जो ना that defense उसको बचा रहा है, and that's why this guy is or this girl is screaming at somebody who's poking her from my side, or not like I've sent them. तो एक reason होता है हर चीज़ के पीछे, and if the reason is love, then I mean इसमें मेरा तो कोई नुकसान नहीं. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? कि कुछ तो इमोशन होगा ना तभी. अभी कुछ लोग फालतू के भी होते हैं.
Dead is not. It can't be out of love and
किसी के अभी
popularity
हाँ,
also.
मतलब यार see, मैं अभी चलते मैं बोल देता हूँ मर जा तू. कोई गंदा जोक आता तो मैं बोलता मर बेटा तुम मर क्यों नहीं जाते ऐसे. It doesn't mean.
You don't mean it.
I don't mean it. Of course I don't mean it. लेकिन अगर ऐसे ही कहने से होता कुछ तो बिग बॉस के बाद जितनी हेट मिली है मैं तो ऊपर ही जा रहा हूँ यार. आप जाइए, आप गूगल कीजिए कि करण कुंद्रा ने क्या क्या उखाड़ा है इस साल में, एंड आई बिन लाइक जितनी ज़्यादा हेट मिलती है मैंने नोटिस किया मेरा बैंक बैलेंस बढ़ता रहता है. ये बड़ा सही है. मैं बता रहा हूँ. तो अगर आप में से किसी को कोई हेट, इफ यू गाइस आर गेटिंग अ लॉट ऑफ हेट, check your bank balance. It must be going up. Trust me.
I'm getting a lot of hate, but I hope the bank balance also follows suit.
होगा अब होगा.
But thank you for this conversation. Hope to meet you soon again and
Thank you.
celebrate the success of the show.
Hi, this is Karan Kundrra and you are watching us on Bollywood Bubble.